Hello, hello, hello. How you people doing? How's your day going? I hope it's going amazing. Well, nice timing, nice timing, nice timing. Alright, I'm gonna do this raid while I'm covering some of the topics that, started this video off. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure you clicked on this video for an obvious reason. You saw the title, you related to it, maybe you wanted to see my opinion, it doesn't matter. I appreciate it. Well, hollow progression for this game is genuinely alright. You can't really go too into it with hollow progression. It's hollow progression in general. Like, no matter what, you're stuck with such limited content that even some of the unique ideas that you try to apply hollow progression with, it's always just gonna be the exact same thing. Kill NPCs, eat them, grip them, NPC. The main problems I have with this game's hollow progression is not the progression in general, it's as soon as you hit the point of becoming an adhoochis. Because that point, that's when the game immediately just starts to say, this dude, I hate him. I don't want him to exist. I hate his existence, and I want him to die. Plus, everybody else has to hate him, because at that point, as soon as you become an adhoochis, it's like you have a massive target on your back. It's like no matter what you do, where you are, or who you're with, everyone just has an urge to grip you. They have an urge to kill you. They have an urge to send you out of this world. No matter what it is. You could be breathing, somebody will probably be pissed off enough to try and grip you. But that's just one of the problems. I don't know why, but this community is so horrible to the point where they hate adhoochis for no real reason. Now, let me get into the actual problems that I have, that aren't just affected by players. Some of the main problems that I have is the progression in general. The actual fact is, from my own personal experience, it is much easier grinding a 175 non-character town wins for a chance to get 5 whole Gyokuro shards just so you can pop them and become a Vasto Lorde. Not a Vasto Lorde, a Vasto card. It makes no sense why in the world that progression of grinding 175 non-character town raids is much easier and much more worth your time compared to grinding almost a total of 100 mass cracks, considering that if you're not doing 100 mass cracks, you're doing 50, and then you're most likely leaving your hopes, dreams, and ambitions to somebody else that's probably gonna jump you with a couple of friends, or probably just pretending to be another albino just to kill you for no real reason. I don't know. People in this game are evil, but I'm gonna stop rambling. Here are some of the solutions that I personally thought up with some inspiration from the suggestions from the main Discord. Now, the number one solution that I personally want to happen is that you can address the problem by creating a separate progression. Not a separate progression, a separate branch of gameplay for hollows. If you make it so hollows have their own branch of gameplay, that they have specific moves set by, I don't know, spawn, or set by chance, that they have and they're stuck with. Like you can have acid spin or acid touch, different moves for different parts of hollow progression. And when you finally unlock or become an adhoochis, it actually feels like an accomplishment, not just another part of the grinding. And when you finally become a Vasto Lorde, you actually become something that can impact the game, that can impact other players. You become an actual Vasto Lorde. Instead of a goofy NPC that has 3 moves, that's equivalent to, that's equivalent to starting Hakudo. You get M1s, you get a Bala, I don't even think you get a Bala, you get a pretty similar Zero. I mean, Zero Scurus, it really is just regular Zero, but it's slightly more damage. The bigger hitbox. and then you just get a roar. So you get a slightly worse critical. Isn't that crazy? Base Hakudo as an Hooches, I mean not an Hooches, as an Agicar is stronger than Vasto Lorde. It's hilarious. It's pathetic. It literally makes me feel like the game's holo progression is a genuine disappointment when it comes to anything related to holos. I mean, you can't exactly make the whole progression better, but you can make it worth it. You can make the gameplay much better. I mean, creating that much content, I just feel like it's free content. To me, it's free content. You literally get excuses to just be creative because holos come in every shape, size, and form. Okay, now let me just stop rambling about that. Let me get on to the second solution, which is, it's the easy one. It's the quick fix. It's just whatever. Lower the requirements to about, you don't even need to lower the requirements. Actually, just keep it at 50. Keep the requirements at 50. That's pretty fair. And increase the spawn rate for Hooches. And remove the second part of the stage 1 progression. Having to kill another NPC, not an NPC, another player that's also an albino. It makes no sense why you have to kill another player that's an albino, because you're putting your, yet again, I'm saying this again, your hopes, dreams, and ambitions into another person, hoping that they're actually genuine. Which most likely they aren't, considering it's the type soul community. Or you just do double the amount of work. Which honestly, at that point, if you're gonna increase the Hooches spawn and you're gonna increase the spawn rate, might as well farm another alt. You can keep it at 50, and you just make it so it's slightly more grindable. Maybe it's slightly more grinding. It's still extremely grindy. Just remove the fact that you have to kill another player with the exact same amount of mass cracks as you, and then increase the spawn rate, and then that's it. You're done. It's the easiest fix that you could possibly give it. Now it's actually worth it, and it's worth putting in that effort for it. Somewhat, slightly. Still not, personally in my opinion, it's still not 100% viable. GG's. I can't believe it. I sold. Probably because I'm making a YouTube video. It's your fault. It's your fault. You watching the video? Huh. You're the reason I lost. Yeah, you. Don't think they're it's not my fault. You're just garbage. Shut up. You're garbage. Garbage. Okay, well, thank you for dropping by the video. Really appreciate it. If you share the exact same opinions as me, hey, go down in the description. Go down and clarify, like, what are some other ideas that you could possibly have that could basically just make progressing past the Hooches somewhat viable. Like, what in your opinion do you think making anything that isn't an Agicar worth it when it comes to holo gameplay? Well, appreciate you dropping by. If you enjoyed the video, go down in the description, hit the like button, subscribe, post notifications, whatever, yada 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 yada. I'll see you tomorrow.